Hi guys, welcome back to the Rad Hyrox podcast. Today we are joined by fitness coach, Bikini pro and Hyrox athlete Maite Richert. She's currently sunning it up in Spain whilst we freeze over here in the UK in June. But it's awesome to have you on the podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm very happy to chat with you about, the whole journey I have and also, just chatting a little bit with you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's lovely to have you on. And we just wanted to find out a little bit more about your journey, like you say. So maybe to start with, for our listeners, you could take it back to the beginning. And how did you first start to get into fitness? Have you always been into it from a child?
So not at all, to be honest. So I was not, let's say, a lazy child, but I want always to do ballet. I don't know how to
ballet,
pronounce
yeah.
it. Yeah, so or gymnastics, but my parents couldn't afford it. So I was a little bit limited in that, but I was a very active child. So I played a lot outside, especially during summer with friends. I did bicycle, everything you do as a kid, but I never did a sport like football or horse ride or something. I did nothing like that. And to be honest, I didn't like sport also because I was always feeling that it's difficult. So I was avoiding it, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely. And then how did you kind of where did the love of fitness first come from? How did you get into the fitness space?
So in my case, it wasn't a point of love, it was a point of hate, let's say. I started with bodybuilding because I didn't like my body anymore, so I wanted to change it. So, and then I got into fitness, like, to change my body, to change my physique. And it wasn't really like about, I enjoy it or something. It was really, it came to a place from not liking myself anymore. But then I had my first competition, fitness bikini competition. And then I started to not really like it, but I had a goal. And after this, I was also very traumatized because of the strict diet, the strict training. Also, at this point, I had a coach. He wasn't that good, let's say. I had a lot of injuries because of him. And then I stopped completely again. And I found back the love for sports in 2018.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah. So, and then I did other competitions in bikini and I got pro also. But I enjoyed it more than the first time, let's say. But my background is actually bodybuilding.
Yeah, so a very different type of training to Hyrox training. Could you
Totally
give us an insight into what sort of things you were, or what a day would look like when you were doing the bodybuilding?
You mean about my workouts or the whole day?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
your training or your eating, like how did it look?
Yeah, it was very strict. So I was a lot of preparation, meal prep, training, also the timing, how you train, when you train, because I had a normal 9 to 5 job. So I had to figure out when it's the best time for me to train in the day. It was tracking macros. It was very strict, let's say, because when you have a goal to look at a certain way, it's not like in Hyrox, when you are in Hyrox, you have to feel your body, you have to train hard as well, but it isn't the same like in bodybuilding.
And each day or each week, did you like train a different body part? Would you do like legs on one day and then you do arms, or was it very specific? Yeah.
So I had different phases also during all the trainings, but especially it was, upper body 2 times a week, and then 3 times a week, the lower body with the focus on hamstrings, quads, glutes, just to create that perfect bikini shape.
Yeah,
Which is,
yeah.
when I talk now about it, I think it can be also a little bit very toxic to train that way, because you are just focusing on how you look and not really what your body is capable to do.
And how, so through that training, did you do any type of like, did you do any aerobic training? Did you run or do anything like that? Or was it just purely for aesthetics?
Zero.
Zero running.
Yeah, so I had phases where I had to do cardio, but it was more collecting steps or just being on the Stairmaster to lose body fat if I had my competitions. But it wasn't something about, train your heart or get your aerobic better or just train to be healthy. It was really just drop body fat, burn more calories. Yeah, as I say, when I talk now about it, yeah, it's not that fun.
It's a crazy world. I think it shows the discipline that you have though. And like, I think you need the discipline and the motivation for that. And once you have it, like take away the fact that maybe it's slightly toxic and it might not be the best relationship for you to have with like training and food for your body. But if you take the fact you are disciplined enough to, stick to it and like go for that goal, and you move that towards something else, like maybe Hyrox where it's a bit more performance based and maybe a healthier outcome for looking at what your body can do rather than how it looks. How do you think that's transitioned over? Have you taken the same discipline and mentality, or are you having a bit more fun with it?
No, so the discipline has to be the same. Let's say if you want, also in Hyrox, if you want to reach a certain goal, if it's timing, getting better in a certain division or getting better in running, weightlifting, whatever, you have to be disciplined. I think this is also a part of me. I always was a person which was very disciplined. It's just I'm naturally like this. But I think it has more how can I say that? Hyrox is more chill in that way that, you look for performance and you don't have that constant pressure about looking a certain way, because I wake up in the morning and I can say, okay, today I'm ready to train and I'm ready to train hard, or I know I have a run and it will be very demanding on my body, but it will not be like a look in the mirror, how I look, oh my God, my abs are not popping, oh my God, my shoulders look flat. It's not that kind. So I can adapt my training now better, because I can do it like I feel good or I feel less good. So I will be slower on my training, and not you have to go to the gym to make sure that your pump is there to make pop your shoulders or your abs. You had to eat less today to, it's not that constant thinking about, how you look.
Yeah, because you're aiming for performance now with Hyrox. It's how does my body feel in order to do my session? Like, can I push today? Yes, I feel good, I can push today. Or no, I don't feel so good, so I will just go for an easier, steadier run. And that's a good thing too, that your body needs that. It's when it's more based on performance, it can take away, I guess, a lot of those negative thoughts in your head about how you're looking. So where did you hear about Hyrox? How did this Hyrox journey start? How do you go from being in a bikini to running around a track and pulling sleds?
So that's really a really funny story in my case, because so when I moved to Spain, I had some friends, Spanish friends. They run like a little word class we did every week, and these girls are always going back during summer to Spain. And then I was there alone and I was thinking, okay, what should I do now? Because I don't have my friends around me doing these classes all week. So in my gym, there was classes also. And I was looking for strength classes or VOD classes. And then I was thinking, okay, the strength class is fully booked, so let's take another class. And it was called Hyrox. And I was there, okay, what's that? I think it's like, it's like a VOD class. It can't be that different from all the other classes. So I joined, I showed up, and the trainer was there, and I asked him, so this is my first Hyrox. I don't even know what it is. So I will just join the class. And he was there. Okay, yes, let's join, have fun. And then he explained the whole thing, and it was running also in the plan. I was there running. I mean, I can't run. I mean, where should I run? And then I did it. I did this first class, and I remember it was 12 months ago, actually 12 months ago. I did a story on my Instagram, and I said, this is the hardest thing I ever did in my whole life. I was completely exhausted, but at the same time, I was there. I need to join again because I'm sure I can do that better.
Oh, yeah. Hooked.
Yeah, I was there. I'm sure I can do that better because normally when I train also for weightlifting, I know how to challenge myself to put on more weights, and I know I can do stuff really great when I train for it or when I know what expecting, because I came into these Hyrox classes without even knowing what to expect. I never heard about Hyrox. I never know the word Hyrox. I don't know the workouts. So I was, yeah, it was something new for me, you know. And then I was thinking, yeah, you can do that better next time. Yeah, and then I signed up. And at my fourth or fifth class, there was a new trainer actually for this class. And he asked me, oh, do you do Hyrox races? And I was there, Hyrox, what? What? There, okay. Now I know the word Hyrox, but what is a Hyrox race?
Yeah.
And he explained me. So it's actually a race. It's in a big thing, and everyone is racing. Everyone is doing that workout, and he was explaining it to me. And because he told me, yeah, I think you can be really good at it. Like what you are doing here in the classes, I think you can be really good at the race. And there's actually one in Barcelona in November, and it was June. And I was there, okay, let me think about it. And how should I train for it, you know?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I did another story in my car that the trainer told me that I should do races. And then I was even more hooked, and I was starting to really do research about Hyrox and everything, how to train for it. And yeah, so it's a funny story because I don't even know what I was signing up. And now I'm sitting here with you in a podcast talking about Hyrox.
That's so funny. I've got a question though. Would you have gone to that class had you have known what Hyrox was and it had said running before? Would you have actually signed up?
No, I don't think so, because I wasn't able to run. I mean, still today, I have to be honest, it's the hardest part of my training for me, because with no cardio or training like this background, it's very, very hard for me, especially for my legs, for my calves. They get very sore. I had also to I had shin splints all the time, because my legs are just not used to it. And this is something, yeah, it holds me back, but at the same time, I'm learning every single day how to overcome it, or how to train better, to be better at running.
Yeah,
but I have to say, sorry.
No, I was going to say, you'll be able to make such like big improvements with your running as well, especially if it's not something you have been doing or have been training for. Like, then I think sometimes that's quite nice, because you can see yourself get better and better and better.
Yes, that's also the magic of doing something new. You progress very quickly, and then I know that there will some point where I will not progress that fast anymore. Yeah. It's like in bodybuilding. At the beginning, you start to see muscles and everything. And at some point, if you already have a lot of muscles, you will not see that big improvement like in the beginning. But that's fine. That's fine.
Do you still do the Bikini Pro competitions, or how did you stop that and then go to Hyrox? Was it when had you had a bit of a phase where you weren't competing and then you were looking for something else, or did you start the Hyrox classes and think, actually, I'd rather?
No, so I did my last competition in 2018 already. And I wasn't looking to do another competition, because I had also a lot going on in my life, and I also was growing my own business at this time. So I wasn't my goal wasn't to do another competition, maybe to start as a pro at some point, but it wasn't in my plans. So yeah, and then Hyrox came, because of the classes I joined. So it was actually last year, so the gap was pretty big, but I was always training like weightlifting, and also what I learned from 2018 to 2000 and now, let's say, just like now, was to create a healthy balance with food and still train hard at the gym. So this was also something very difficult for me, because when you do competitions all the time, you are so restrictive and you have to weight every single gram of your food and everything. And then I wanted to create this balance, and also with my clients to create a balanced, healthy mindset about nutrition, that you can train hard and not weight everything you eat or what you put in your mouth, that just eat healthy, eat a lot of protein, and train hard. So this was more the goal of mine during that time before I started Hyrox.
And how do you find the Hyrox training now in comparison to like bodybuilding? I mean, it's totally different style. Like, are you enjoying it?
Totally. I love it. I really love it, because the thing was, the last years with weightlifting, I was lifting weights, but every time my husband asked me, for example, how was your session? And I was there, it was fine. Yeah, it was fine. For me, it wasn't really a challenge. Even if I did the progressive overload and changing plans every 4 to 6 weeks, it wasn't challenging me. It wasn't something that I would say, wow, this is exactly what I needed, or wow, this was great, or wow, this is something, I just enjoy. But now with the trainings, it's like every time it's crazy. I'm so happy about my trainings and how I pushed myself, and also the multiple things in that training. You don't only lift weights, but you also do running, skier, rower, everything. This combination of feeling so much fitter than just lifting a weight from A to B, let's say. I really enjoy it. And I told also my husband, I think this is really the thing I was looking for so long, but I didn't know that it existed, that I can train, because it was in bodybuilding, it's always like, don't do that much cardio, you will lose all your muscles. And now I can see, I mean, I do a lot of running and I still have muscles. It's different. Yeah, the pump is different, but I still have muscles. I don't have to be worried about losing my whole physique,
Yeah, then that's the thing. Like the training for a Hyrox, like a byproduct of that is a good physique anyway, just because you're training for performance and you're pushing your body and you're doing, like you say, such a variety of, you need to do weights and running and like the erg machines. So you've got such a variety that it helps you look good as well anyway.
Yeah, exactly. As you say, it's just a side effect, and you are more on performance and how fit you feel. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I feel so much fitter than before, and I always thought I'm fit, because I do weightlifting, but now I really know the word what it is to be fit.
And have you talked about your journey, like from say bodybuilding and like bikini modeling, and then moving over to Hyrox, but you obviously started your business then as well. Have you brought your like clients along with you on this transition and tried to encourage them to look at maybe what their body can do rather than how it looks? Is that part of your training and your business?
Yes, so the thing is that I'm also pretty new at Hyrox, so I do more hybrid training for my clients, and I try to implement more conditioning also to their plans, because I want them to be all around fit. But I have also to say that I still have my clients which want just to look a certain way or to build muscles, and that's fine for me too. Not everybody can have the same goal, and I think it very sad when coaches themselves, they change their goals and then they wanted to do it for their clients too, because I do it now, so you should do it too, you know. No, I don't have that philosophy. I think everyone should have their own goal, and I will be even more happy when someone do just something. Just do something. If it's weights, if it's fitness, if it's running, if it's just do something.
Yeah, do what you love. Like, no, but you don't have to. I think a lot of people say that, and a lot of people say that to us. They go, "Oh, I need to get fit, but I hate running." And I'm like, "Well, then don't run. Do something else. Like, ride a bike. Like, go on the ergs. Go in the gym and lift weights. Like, do what, you know. Go surfing. Go do what makes you happy." I think that's a really valid point.
Exactly. So I will be happy, of course, if even more people will get into Hyrox, because it's so cool. It's so, I mean, the training, everything is very cool about it, especially the mental part, how much you grow with this kind of training and pushing yourself. But as I told you, for me, it's totally fine if a client will say, Maite, I don't want to do any running, or with your Hyrox thing, I don't want to do that. For me, it's fine. I will not say, look, we have to cancel your membership at my coaching because you don't want to do Hyrox. That's not cool.
But I guess it brings you to be a more all-rounded coach, because you've learned that sometimes maybe the strict nature of just bodybuilding maybe mentally isn't always the most healthy. So it's quite nice, I guess, that you've got both sides, that you can try and offer a balanced opinion to someone to try and support them, which is
and I'm also more like for lifestyle change, and not only as I told you, to look a certain way, but more like to change your lifestyle in a healthy way, to change your mindset in a healthy way. I'm more a coach for that than only physique or
it's a very positive like mindset and a very positive influence on people, for sure. And then so going back to Hyrox from the bikini modeling and your bodybuilding days, do you think it helped you out in any of the exercises at all, any of the strength? What was it like when you like started to push a sled, or I'm guessing the sled pull, like that kind of thing must have been in your locker for sure?
Yes, so in my exercises, I'm very strong. It's, as I told you, it's running in my case. So all my training for weightlifting and bikini competitions, everything from this background really helps me now for Hyrox. Like, I'm very strong in the sled push. I'm strong in the farmer's carry, in the lunges. And everything with conditioning, I'm less good. But it helped me a lot. And it's also, I enjoy the stations. A lot of people tell me, the sled is so hard. For me, it's also very hard. But I can see when I'm racing that often people are behind me on these stations. And for the running day, they will be faster again.
So do you have any races coming up? Have you got anything booked for next season in Hyrox?
Not yet, unfortunately, because most of the spaces are sold out, especially because I'm not racing a pro. So I'm still in the open division and everything gets sold out. But I tried to do maybe a double in December in Sweden with a friend of mine. But then, we have to figure out if that will work together. And
You've just done a singles so far. You've not done a doubles yet, have you?
Never, because that was also the thing. I didn't know that it exists when I started.
You're learning so much.
I was thinking, when I signed up for my first race in Barcelona in November 2000, last year, 2023, I was seeing that there are multiple divisions, but then I just booked, I booked just mine.
For the hardest one first, you just went straight in. I'll do it all on my own.
Yeah,
were you watching everyone going, what the hell? Why is there two people helping push that sled?
But also a lot of people told me, you do it alone. Okay, wow, that's wow. And I was there, wow, I think that's how it should be done, no? But now I see that there's doubles, but also this is something that I think it's really, really great about Hyrox, because you can do a single and then PB yourself or train very hard for it. And then you can do a doubles just to find that enjoyment again, you know, that you can just relax and not being focused on doing a PB or focusing on timing, but more like, I race with my friend, we can do great stuff together, we can train together. So this is something that I really love about Hyrox, that there's multiple ways to do it, and not only like, a bikini competition, you have to be on stage, be compared with other ones and look a certain way, but you have that choice to do it as a double, with a friend, with a family member, or just with someone strange, just to have fun.
Yeah, definitely. Oh no, it is really good. I think it's a great, like, to have all the different categories and be able to do it in different ways. Do you have any tips for our listeners, for someone trying to get into Hyrox, maybe do their first race? Is there anything that you learned from your first race or training that you could let them in on?
There's a lot of nodding going on.
So be prepared, be really prepared, train for it, not just join classes, but really train for your Hyrox race, because my classes always last 35 to 40 minutes max, but a race will be so much longer, especially if you do your first one and if you are new into it. There are also new people, they can race in an hour 10, but normally it will last longer. And then fuel correctly, because I only ate a package of candies, because I was thinking, okay, candies are great, carbs, energy, that's it. So learn how to fuel your body before and also during the race. This is something, I think 2 tips which are very important to not underestimate a race. And also don't look at your time the first time. Don't look at the time. Just go trade, do whatever, one step after the other, do what you can do, and not focusing on, I have to get done it in 1 hour 10, as I say, but just do it to collect as much experience as you can.
Yeah, definitely. You get a baseline, just go out, do the first one, and then you can work from there. But I think that's a good point about the classes, like, because a lot of people do go to the classes to train, but you do need to add in those longer sessions as well, because like you say, you're probably going to be out on the course for about 90 minutes, and that you want to do that in your training and replicate that as well. Otherwise you're going to hit the 45 minute mark and go downhill pretty quickly.
I was completely dead. I was really thinking that I'm dying. Actually, the first race I was there, oh my God, I can't do that. I think I'm dying, because I never did a workout as long as this race. I always did 35 to 40 minutes, but now I realized, after my first race, I realized, oh my God, okay, wow, this is actually a crazy thing to do, especially as a single.
Totally. And then after that race, is that when you hooked up with Jade Skillen? Because I know you've been training with Jade. Shout out to Jade. Awesome trainer.
Best coach. This is the best decision I ever made. After my first race, I told my husband, I can do that by myself. I need someone to help me and to learn me how to train for a Hyrox. And then I just hired Jade, because I was checking. And also I already watched her YouTube videos before I did my first race, because she gave some tips and tricks in her YouTubes. And then I was there, okay, I think she is the right person for me. Also the energy, everything. And then we had our first call, and oh my God, just the vibe, the energy, everything matched so well. And now I'm with her, and she learned me so much. She pushed me. And also I joined her hybrid camp in May. And
in Marbella. We did that last year, didn't we?
Last year,
really?
We missed you. We were a year too early.
That's
maybe
good.
Next year we'll have to all go.
I will
good,
join next year. So I told her this camp changed me completely. So I was training very well, but now after this camp, being surrounded by other people doing the same
Yeah.
stuff as you, sharing so much. And also I look at those people, at those athletes, and I could see how they train, also the mindset switch they have when a workout starts, or just how they think. So because I was still a little bit in my victim thing, you know, when you run, you think, oh, I can't do that. It's so hard. It's so hard. And you try to really overcome that mindset, to not being a victim, but just to go through it and to push yourself. And it was very hard because running was something completely new to me. But now I saw them doing their workouts and how they run and how they think doing their run. And this, yeah, it changed me. It changed me. If you are surrounded by like-minded people or just great athletes, because there were great athletes. I mean, there's a new world champion now, Lucy.
Lucy.
She was with me in the camp, and I was so impressed by her, how she locks in. You can truly see her lock in when she starts a workout or just the competition, it's crazy. So I was so inspired and motivated by those people that since then my workouts go not easier, but yes, easier,
Yeah,
because
you can tap into that.
yeah, I think about them and how they pushed me, also how they supported me. And I always have them in my head now, like they are standing behind me and just pushing me and telling me, Maite, just go. So it helps me so much in my case.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. I mean, next question I was going to ask you was about like physical and mental strength. And obviously you've touched on the mental strength there and how maybe your mindset has shifted. Is there anything that you do during the race to try and help you get past if you hit that wall, or what do you tell yourself now on a run, like you're thinking of the other people in the camp to keep you going? Like, is there any tips you've got for people?
Yeah, so in my case, it's just when I run, it's like Sean told me, he was also in the camp.
Sean,
It
yeah.
was no walking. And I told him, you live rent free in my head now. Every time I run, it's no walking. So this helped me a lot. And also now in Poland, my last race, a lot went not the way I wanted to. And also my body wasn't feeling ready. It's very bizarre because the days before it felt so ready, and also the day it felt ready. But then when I was at the start point, I was feeling completely different. And during the race, it was really hard. And at some point, I don't know how is it called, the table where you see how much laps you have to do and the burpees next.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh yeah, on the screen. Yeah,
On the screen, exactly. It was wrong. It told me to go into the burpees. I just came from the burpees. And then I was thinking, oh no, my time will be completely messed up and it will be wrong. And why are you doing this? Your body is tired. Just stop. And then I was there, Maite, I mean, you came to Poland to race, to stop. No, I don't think so. So
Yeah.
just finish your workout. I see it as a workout. Just finish your workout, and after you can rest, you can drink, you can cry, you can do whatever you want. But now you have to finish it, okay? So this is something I tell to myself, just to not give up, try to go through, and then one step after the other. Doing just one, because you always think, okay, next is this, next is this. Just do your running, finish your running, go into your next station, then continue to run. You know, not thinking about, oh, next is wall balls. Oh, will I be tired? Or, you know, just, yeah, one step after the other.
Yeah, that's a good point as well, about thinking of it as a workout instead of
I
a
have
race.
to.
Yeah,
I
maybe
have to.
don't like, sometimes when you say the word race, you can work yourself up as such and like get more anxious and nervous and think of it as a bigger deal, whereas like it's quite a good idea to say, oh no, this is just finish your workout, this is what you got to do today, this is your training session today.
Exactly. So maybe for people who are more into it and really want to do world championships and everything, it's different. I think they have to see it as a race. But for people like me, just doing it for fun. It's more like, yeah, it's more like a workout. And also I try to not too much think about the race itself. Sometimes I also doing the running, especially, I try to think about things I have to get done tomorrow, or just to pull me away to think about that hard running all the time. Oh, you run it so hard, it's so hard. Just think about something else. Or I think about my dog, or what should I eat after the race? Or, just to distract myself as much, to not try to give up.
Need to do the washing. I've
Yeah,
got this.
I do that. I actually do that.
I love it. Any distractions are good distractions.
Yeah, totally.
I like the whole idea of like when you finish as well, you can do whatever you want. I tell myself that quite a lot. It's like, just finish this and then you can go and like lie down, or like yesterday we were doing some intervals and I was like, I've literally got one more lot of 5 minutes and then I can just go home and chill if I want to. And you never do, but just knowing that you can is
exactly.
that's it. I'm with you on that one.
Oh no, that's really good. Faye, do you have anything else to add before I ask the cheeky insight questions?
No, I think it's been ace. I think we should get to cheeky insights for sure.
Yeah. Are you ready, Maite? We've got eight cheeky insights for you. So the first one is, what shoes do you wear to race Hyrox?
So in my case, it's Asics. I love Asics because they are always more wide in the front and my foot is wider. And also I love to spread my toes when I work out and run. So for me, they are great. I started with the Cayano 30. They are a little bit higher and cushioned. But now for the camp, I buy other ones and they are even better. They are the GT 2000 TR and they have great grip. They also are lower, so they are not that cushioned. You have even more
stability.
Stability, exactly. So I love them. I really love them.
Nice.
Awesome.
Good. Yeah, I like Asics. Good brand. Okay, next one is, what venue was your favorite Hyrox venue so far?
So it was the Barcelona, because it was perfect. The in and out was perfect. The stations were perfect, but the most enjoyable was Cologne.
Okay. Why was that most enjoyable?
Maybe because it was my second one. I had so much fun. I had so much people supporting me. But for how it was managed,
laid out.
For me it wasn't the best because I missed one lap.
Oh no.
Yeah, also in Cologne, I missed one lap.
Oh no.
You're thinking about your washing, what to get for dinner. You took yourself well away on that one.
I should stop that. No, it's just I was really exhausted in my head, and I don't even know how it's how it's possible. Done. Yeah.
I do think it's easily done. It is.
Yeah,
it's just
but
when
now
you're tired
I will have a trick now. I will work with bracelets or headbands, which I can switch every time I did, because it's just
Cologne was the last chance qualifiers there, wasn't it? So it was probably a really good atmosphere for the races as well there, just because of all the hype before the world champs. And
yes, it was amazing. Really, there were amazing athletes, a lot of known well athletes. The whole vibe in there was really, really great. Also, the support from people don't even knowing me, it's great. It's really great.
Yeah, it's nice when that happens. Okay, next one is, what's your favorite Hyrox station and why?
So I don't only have one, but if I have to pick one, I think it's the Farmer's Carry, because it's the most easiest. I can fly through them. Yeah. So but only because it's the easiest.
And then second, what would be next after that one?
So the sled push.
Sled. Because I thought you were going to say sleds. Yeah.
But the push.
Okay.
The pull is different.
I'm not a fan of the pull, to be honest.
No, it's really hard.
It never seems to get easier. It's always Okay, next one is, if you could do a doubles Hyrox with anyone in the world, who would it be?
So it's a YouTuber. He's called Jesse James West, and
Okay.
he's so funny. I love his videos. I love his personality, his vibe, and I think it would be a really fun thing.
Yeah, I think you need to pick someone that it would be good fun with, don't you?
Yes, yes.
It'll keep you distracted and entertained on the runs.
Exactly. So my second choice would be one of the people from the camp, because they are just units and but I couldn't catch up with them. I think it's not yet, not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Exactly. Okay, next one. We've touched on this a little bit, but do you fuel for Hyrox specifically? And if so, what do you use and when do you have it?
So I have a plan with Jade, of course, before the Hyrox in the taper week. And so my sources come most from unprocessed food like sweet potatoes, rice. I fuel with that, normal potatoes, really good carb sources. And then during the race, I take some gels with me just to not
Top up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I feel. I don't go fancy, or I don't do a lot of experiments, because I need to keep my gut healthy, also to reduce inflammation in my body. So that's what I do for now. Maybe I can do more strategies for the next races, but this worked very well for me until now.
Stick to what you know, and if it works,
yeah, I think so.
Absolutely. Okay, next one is, what's your favorite type of training session for Hyrox?
So it's conditioning, because it's the mix of everything. You have the weightlifting, you have the running, you have the road, you have the ski, you have everything in one session. It stays always a little bit longer. Yes, it's very demanding, but I feel always so much fulfilled after that. I think it's my favorite.
Yeah. Bet you never thought you'd say that, like, back before.
That's so true.
In the bodybuilding days, you'd have been like, oh my God, no.
Yeah, oh my God, no, never.
Love it. Okay, next one is, why do you think someone should sign up for their first Hyrox?
Yeah, it's the challenge part. I think everyone needs a great challenge in their life, especially when you start to get stuck at some point, or even if you don't know how to start, just to have a goal, and that challenge should be a reason to, and also the mental growth you get from it. Every session you train for it, you learn yourself so much better. You know your what you are capable of and what you can do. So I always would say, give it a go, try it. If you don't like it, you can still say, oh, it's not for me, but you should try it, and you should accept that challenge in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. Great answer. And lastly, is there anyone you would love to see on our podcast? It can be a person or a type of person in the fitness industry.
Yes, it's Fitness KK. She's also a friend of mine, and she do Hyrox races with her husband together, and they are also they are units. It's great how they race, and their whole philosophy also about training, and it would be a nice match to chat with them.
Oh, brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, welcome.
Faye, get on that.
On it. Maite, so where can people find you if they want to follow you? Is it just Instagram you're on, or?
Yes, I'm on Instagram and also on TikTok, but I have to say that on TikTok I only speak my mother language, Luxembourgish, so maybe they will not understand me.
Up to you if you want to follow that.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram handle again? It's
Maite_Richert.
Perfect. And I'll put the link in the description.
Also on TikTok, it's everywhere. It's the same to find me very easily. Thank you.
Perfect. No, we massively appreciate your time today.
I'm very happy to chat with you. It's so fun. I love your vibe. I love everything about this year.
Yeah, you've had a awesome year, and I think it's like ace to hear a different story. We're trying to speak to loads of different people that have come from different backgrounds, and just finding out how people found Hyrox, and then also how their background has helped them like move over to Hyrox racing. So you've definitely given us a totally different approach to Hyrox, and where you came from, your history, and it's, I guess, just a totally different concept of how to train, and how you've
Yes.
moved that in. So thank you so much for your time. Have you got anything else you want to add, or
No, that's great.
Maite, you got any final words?
No, just try it out. Try Hyrox. If you never did it before, just try it out, because I think everyone enjoys it. It's just such a great challenge. It's such a great sport. And also, I totally forgot about this, the community. It's so different. Like when you train for bodybuilding, it's a sport you are often alone, a lot of competition. But in Hyrox, it's just so amazing how supportive people are, and how much they share also with you, and how connected you are, and it's so different. So just that aspect of having this community and feeling so much welcomed into that sport is priceless for me. This is also something that pushed me every time to do it and to not stop it, because I know there's people, actually, you have a community you can enjoy, and you can meet other people, and you can travel for Hyrox also. This is so great. You can travel, because I never traveled that much, but then now with Hyrox, I saw cities where we have never been before, just because of Hyrox. It not only connects you with people, but also with countries, with culture, with you grow so much in your mind when you discover new things. It's just crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Great way to end the podcast. If that hasn't inspired people to do a race, I don't know what will. So fingers crossed, we'll see a lot more people signing up if they can get a spot. But thank you so much for joining us, and thank you everyone for listening. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you.